Alongside Coach Wendy Mader, I'm Dave Erickson. Thanks so much for watching. We know as a multi-sport athlete, you are training for whether it's a sprint, Olympic, half Ironman, or full Ironman distance triathlon, usually year-round, but we do appreciate an off-season. We have created a collection of off-season training plans that will help bridge the gap between the end of your season and the beginning of your next season that are focused on the swim, bike, or run, or all three. Coach Wendy, these are amazing, comprehensive plans that you've put together, and they're all based on the Training Peaks platform. Talk about what you've created here.
So I've created 4 different plans. One is a swim focused, one is bike focused, one is run focused, and one is multi-sport focused. What that means is when I think of a single sport plan, I think of at least 4 days, up to 6 days a week of one sport. I've included a little bit, like for a swim single sport plan, it starts with 4 days a week of swimming and builds to 6 days a week of swimming over the course of 16 weeks, with one bike and one run per week that you can skip. It's totally optional. The focus of a single sport plan is usually someone should do it pick their weakest sport and focus on that in the off season so they can bridge their weaker sport up to more of their strength.
And we have created videos that explain and showcase what you need to do to accomplish your goals in the off season with additional educational content, resources, terminology, and help guide you through the calendar of workouts on Training Peaks, which is a free platform. So give me a sample, for example, of what a week would look like on Training Peaks.
So I'm going to stick with the swim focused. The first, 8 weeks are technical development, and it's 4 days a week of basically skills and drills as their main set. We provide videos of what skills and drills they should work on. We encourage them to send us a swim video for analysis so we can hone in on their technique limiters so each athlete can focus on the skills and drills that they need to make them a successful swimmer. And they are developed using Workout Builder on Training Peaks, so someone can download their Training Peaks workout details into their Garmin or other GPS device that's compatible with Training Peaks. Training Peaks also allows the athlete to keep a detailed daily training log with subjective feedback along with their data download, so they can keep track of their own progress, because there's more to progress than just the metrics. Noting sleep, hydration, nutrition, daily life stress all impacts training. So it's really good to be able to keep those subjective details within the training log.
And with all 4 of these off-season plans are really flexible that I've recognized here within the week. So if you want to repeat a week, you can, because there's really no deadline. Even though there's 16 weeks, you can make it 20 weeks. You can make it 12 weeks. Will you explain how a person can utilize the flexibility of this?
Yeah. So again, sticking with the swim one as an example, the first 8 weeks are technical. If you're feeling after the first 8 weeks that you want to continue to work on technique before you build on the strength, and then next you build on the threshold and speed, we'll repeat some of the technical weeks of the training plan and then add more of the next 4 weeks, which is strength-based. If you get to the next 4 weeks and you want to work more on the strength-based types of workouts, then repeat a couple of weeks, if not all 4 weeks, before you move on to the threshold and speed phase of the training plan. And you can do that the same structure of the run with the technique, then the strength, then the threshold of speed, as well as the bike and the multi-sport plan. They follow the same philosophy and the same guideline progression of drills, technique up to speed.
And so often we usually take the off season off, but this is a well-structured, organized way to stay on task without overtaxing your body, to prepare yourself, to give yourself an advantage or leg up on those who are really taking the season off before their next training block begins.
The best prepared athletes are the ones that really focus on what they need to focus on in the off season. And that does not mean high volume, high stress types of workouts. It means some recovery workouts and a lot of technique development in the off season. But within the plan, I do give some structure to strength, speed, and threshold to set you up for success when you're ready to start your in-season plan.
And this thing is not about chasing fitness as much as it is preparing and training your body for the next season and keeping you healthy without going overboard and making it a 12-month season, right? I mean, we're trying to be progressive and steady in our training.
Yeah, it's definitely a steady buildup. It's all time-based and rate of perceived effort-based. I believe those are very universal to train with the RPE rating scale for your intensity and to train by time, because what you can accomplish in 40 minutes is different than the mileage that I can accomplish in 40 minutes. What your speed at a rate of perceived effort of 5 is different than my speed. So it's very universal. If someone wants to change that intensity guideline to power, pace, or heart rate, they can do that. The Training Peaks platform allows for a lot of flexibility to do what you want to do as far as duration and intensity.
So next step for you is to pick your plan. And what's cool about this is even though one may be a focused discipline plan, we throw in the other ones to complement them. For example, the swim, Wendy, you throw in midway through a bike and a run just to keep things exciting, but they're not mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with a multi-sport athlete is cross training is great. No matter if you're a single sport focused athlete or a multi-sport athlete, the benefits of cross training are huge. So, even though it's single sport, with the addition of a run and bike, you keep it technical. So if you're working on technique in the water, keep the bike and the run technical. If you're working on strength in the water, then I have some strength on the bike and the run. When you're working on threshold and speed in the water, then you're working on threshold and speed on the run and bike as well. But if you don't want to do the other sports during your single sport focused plan, that's okay. The off season allows for you to do something different, allows for the flexibility. It gives you the time. It's not a very time intensive program, so you have time to do other things that you normally would not be able to do when you're so focused within the season. So again, it's very flexible, and we are available to answer any questions you have. We've provided so much content. We don't think you're going to have to reach out to us for questions, but if you do, we will be available to you.
I'm not exaggerating. This is the most comprehensive off-season set of programs I've ever seen, with the educational information, the links to videos we've created over the years. If you have a question about it, we have an answer in form of video or an article or other additional information. So it's out there for you. We've taken the time to organize and present this in an understandable way. You will not be disappointed. You'll find a link below this video or nearby this video to take a closer look and choose which one you want to use, and go from there. And I wish you all the best. It's going to be a great off season, no matter what time of year your off season is.